broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road. At the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield.
Will Anderson on the tackle. Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
3rd and long.
11. 11. 11. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That is fielded. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery.
You can see the returner. He starts peeking at that coverage unit. He feels that pressure bearing down on them. And unfortunately for him, I think when he takes his eyes off to see who's coming down to tackle him, he fails to secure the ball. And they're going to pay the ultimate price now. He's going to put his defense
to the pylon. He's in. Jordan Mason. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is first touchdown this year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Crowd begins with a pass. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to bring this one close to a 1st down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Stroud to throw. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a 1st down picked up on the ground. Dell motioning over. On 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. A throw left side finds Dell.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give them a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on...
Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
1-1, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Start.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's to his tight end, Eric All. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Here we go, here we go. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving.
On 2, ready?
And it'll be 2nd down.
Gun. Start. Start.
Here's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, Stroud. That's caught downfield by Diggs. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
South. Hey, uno more.
Dell motioning over. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Over. 11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just...
Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. The Texans set to punt this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get set.
Back to throw, Burrow. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now, Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 9.
All right. Nike Texas.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He runs with it. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this 1st quarter. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Look the hot, look the hot.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mixon. And a minimal gain there, down to the 20. Here's a 2nd and 9.
On the tweak, right? Why, Tony?
They'll go right back to Mixon. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
Nike Texas. South.
Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Fairbairn, after making the field goal, Heads back out to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go.
Burrow fires quick to Higgins. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Burrow. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
The throw on the run is complete.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And in motion, it's Diggs. Throwing on second down. Stroud. Diggs on the reception. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
A second down throw for Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. That one good for 29.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Two-jet.
They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd touchdown of this 1st half. Fairbairn able to add the extra point. And the Texans will get out in front 17-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up.
I'm fine, ready?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Get set.
Higgins sent in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Here we go.
They bring the tight end in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his 1st NFL touchdown. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
All right. Look at hot.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's complete to Diggs. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the 1st play.
White, Tony. Here we go, let's go. 19 Texas.
To throw, it's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Not much room to speak of. They'll take this to the 11. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
South.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. On second down, Stroud. That is incomplete. He's looking for Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield. Third down coming up. Here's Stroud. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on. I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one intercepted. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick six. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Eleven MT. Stop.
On first down, Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
And he'll manage to get to the 33. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing is Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Dell motioning over. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
Here we go.
They'll send him over to the left. The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle. They face second down and 7. Stroud to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. Chris Jenkins there on the tackle.
Here we go. Hey.
Dell motioning over.
Uno. Look the high.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Whoa. Why Tony?
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 7.
South. All right.
Stroud. That's into the hands of Diggs. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11.
All right.
Here's Mixon. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Here we go. 11.
Man in motion, it's Diggs.
Hey, uno. Under.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
On the quick, right?
They'll go with the sneak.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
Now Stroud. There he goes again. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. He'll start at the 2. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
On 1, ready?
1st and 10.
Let's get set. 11.
Burrow working in the pistol. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
11, Thomas.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike. And that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Here we go.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dane Belton.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on first down. This is intercepted. A big hole. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play that make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Stroud. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. 17 yards on that play. First down for Houston.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, you might be running out of time. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Tony.
Tight end motioning left. Throwing on second down. Stroud. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be taken down.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his.
And he will get into the end zone. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
On one, ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. God!
To throw is Burrow. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by a good corner, Derek Stingley. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Gun. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase.
On one, ready?
And that will lead to a 2nd down.
11, 11, 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2.
Here we go.
They send the tight end in motion. Now, Burrow. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go. Nike Texas.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
All right.
On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And he will take this down, close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. On the ground, it's Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. The speed on display. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Stroud comes to the line. The Texans going for 2. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Charlie Jones now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's taken down but just shy of midfield.
11.
Burrow now to throw on first down. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
11.
Play action now. It's Burrow. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Here we go.
Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. On first down, Burrow. This one caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Second and 7. Burrow to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. The offense not coming off the field.
Here we go.
And here's fourth down. Burrow working in the pistol. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Second down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our